Okay, I just saw Beetlejuice. Quite literally, I'm walking out there of the cinema while I'm recording this, so apologies if the audio quality isn't great. But there's a few things I'd like to just talk about the film, and that's basically, while it's still fresh on my mind. And don't worry, this is going to be mostly spoiler free for the most part, essentially. But yeah, I'll give any warnings if I decide I'm going to talk about anything spoilery. But I did really enjoy this film, and if you're a fan of the original, you're definitely going to be a fan of this. This is very, I'd say this is probably the most Burton film there's been in, well, I was going to say over a decade, but yeah, maybe. But yeah, though I am going to talk about the one kind of problem I have with this film, and that is that there are way too many plots happening in this film. There are way too many plots happening in this film, and the problem with that is basically because it's an hour 44, an hour 45 runtime, they really have to cram them all in, and none of them really get the screen time that they should. They're all kind of rushed. For example, the final act, I'd say, like the finale of the film, is incredibly rushed to the point where it's literally just like one revelation after one revelation after one revelation, and that, you know, one conclusion after another, just constantly, which, you know, kind of does just dilute the film itself, and that, which is a shame. I think if it had either a longer run time, or it had dropped, you know, one of these plots, then I think it would have done, you know, wonders to it, because it does try to really shove everything into it. It is still a really fun ride, and it goes mental on that, and it is a fun, enjoyable time. But it does have the problem of just like trying to shove too much into its runtime. But, you know, one of the things I'm going to talk about here, I'm going to have to give a spoiler warning. So, spoiler warning in 3, 2, 1. So, Beetlejuice's wife in the film, who, you know, is built up as the main villain and, you know, is on the poster and everything, she barely has any screen time. In fact, most of her scenes are in the trailer, essentially, or in that clip that was released before the film came out. And she's just dealt with basically almost immediately, just like the other plot threads in this film. And yeah, you think, you know, there'd be a bit of a confrontation at least there, but no, there's not even a proper confrontation. Excuse me. It just, you know, she enters the church, and that, just like she does in the trailer, and then literally 2 minutes later, she's gone. She is defeated. Done. Yeah. That got me out of sight. I think that was the most disappointing. And then just like, oh, Beetlejuice is then taken care of. Done. Over. So, yeah, bit of a shame that it all kind of rushes. Though it does have a bit of a mad sort of epilogue ending type of thing, which, before seeing this film, I did suspect that there'd probably be a third film, because obviously the second film, this film's called Beetlejuice, so it would only make more sense for a third film to be called Beetlejuice, which they're kind of maybe hinting at, but hopefully there will be, and hopefully, you know, we do get a bit of a better conclusion to this one, because it kind of feels like they just kind of rushed it all out and that at the last second. Like the film was meant to be long, and then suddenly, oh, it has to be under 2 hours long, it has to be an hour 45, so it'll just go mad dash to the end. So yeah, shame at that, but nevertheless, don't get me wrong, I've definitely really enjoyed this film. I've pre-ordered it for when it does get a physical release, so yeah, recommend go see it.